Welcome back to our channel, The Market Empire. Today, we're giving you an update on the scandalous former crypto billionaire Sam Bankman Fried, also known as SBF. As you may remember, when his exchange FTX failed, SBF was accused of a number of offenses, including conspiracy to commit wire fraud and money laundering. SBF is dealing with serious criminal charges, whereas FTX consumers simply risk financial loss as a result of the exchange's failure. Nevertheless, he has angered people by trying to retake control of his Robinhood shares, which are valued more than $460 million, and saying he needs the shares to pay for his criminal defense, implying that he requires the money more urgently than FTX consumers do. Because of his lack of empathy, many people have questioned SBF supporters and how they can continue to back him in light of the accusations leveled against him. As we watch this video, let's find out. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and leave any comments or questions below. As we said in the introduction, SBF is once again in the news for his efforts to reclaim ownership of his Robinhood shares, which are currently being contested by a number of parties and are valued over $460 million. The bankruptcy court has been petitioned by SBF to reject the motion to enforce the automatic stay motion, which is followed by the newly appointed FTX management on the shares. The new FTX administration, according to SBF, has fallen short of meeting their enormous burden of proving that such an unusual remedy is necessary. He further asserts that since the U.S. Department of Justice has a warrant to take the Robinhood shares, the stay application ought to be rendered moot. However, the stay motion has not been withdrawn by any new FTX administration, prompting SBF to object. He asserts that Emerging Fidelity Technology, a business that he owns 90% of, is the rightful owner of the disputed Robinhood shares, not Alameda Research or any parties connected to the FTX bankruptcy. According to reports, SBF and Gary Wan, another FTX officer, borrowed money from Alameda for an emergency purchase of Robinhood shares. The new FTX administration, however, is trying to encumber the shares and ignores the fact that Emergent was a different entity, asserting that they have no legal right to the assets. Social media users have expressed fury over SBF's behavior, with many claiming that he put his own interests ahead of those of the clients who lost everything as a result of FTX's demise. According to the tweet of @Lex_node, SBF gives new meaning to chutzpah, arguing in court that the balance of equities weighs in favor of him selling HOOD to pay his own legal fees because prison is priceless harm and FTX creditors will only suffer economic loss. Another voiced their opinion. This is one of the most disgusting lines I've ever read. Associating your name with the claim that debtors' economic loss isn't a matter of life and death for some people is heartless and out of touch. What happened to nothing matters more than making customers whole, said @CryptoKaleo. Supporters of SBF and how they continue to back him in the face of accusations in his despicable behavior. Kevin O'Leary, a millionaire investor, is one prominent supporter according to reports. O'Leary has been referred to as SBF's core supporter and backer, and many people think he is complicit in the atrocities that SBF and FTX have perpetrated. O'Leary, on the other hand, has denied any wrongdoing and asserts that he was only an investor in FTX. Kevin O'Leary defended himself. "I was an early investor in FTX and had no involvement in the management or operations of the company. I am not party to the bankruptcy proceedings and am not aware of any wrongdoing by Mr. Bankman Fried or FTX." Despite O'Leary's denials, many people are still dubious and think he may be more engaged than he is admitting. Some people have even demanded that O'Leary be looked into for his involvement in the demise of FTX and the accusations made against SBF. Along with O'Leary, it is also thought that SBF is supported by his parents, who are said to have connections to influential politicians and have used their connections to try to shield their son. Wealthy businessman father Bill Bankman of SBF has contributed to both Republican and Democratic political parties. Additionally, SBF has political ties thanks to his prior work on Senator Elizabeth Warren's campaign for the Democratic Party. It's unclear how much SBF's contacts have aided him in defending himself against the accusations. However, a lot of individuals think that these contributed to his capacity to escape responsibility for his deeds. Despite SBF's audacious and callous actions, not all parties involved in the demise of FTX are supporting him. In actuality, Gary Wang, the co-founder of FTX, and Caroline Ellison, the ex-girlfriend of SBF, have both admitted guilt for their participation in the crimes that SBF and FTX perpetrated. Ellison, who was also the COO of the FTX-affiliated hedge fund Alameda Research, acknowledged taking part in a plot to defraud FTX customers by inflating the value of futures contracts. She has consented to assist the police, and her sentencing will take place later. On the other hand, Caroline has admitted to conspiring to commit wire fraud and will also face sentencing in the future. Ellison and Wang have pleaded guilty, but SBF maintains steadfastness and hasn't acknowledged any wrongdoing or taken blame for FTX's demise. As a result, the ongoing saga of SBF and the demise of FTX is troublesome and complex, with many unanswered concerns. SBF has demonstrated a lack of compassion for the consumers who lost everything as a result of the exchange's collapse, even though he is facing criminal accusations and the potential of going to jail. In addition, he has had backing from powerful figures like Kevin O'Leary, his parents, and political connections, which has led many to wonder how he has been able to escape responsibility for his deeds. But not everyone who was involved in the demise of FTX is supporting him, with Gary Wang and Caroline Ellison both admitting guilt for their participation in the crimes. It's crucial to keep in mind that greed and a lack of empathy have major repercussions as the story of SBF and FTX develops. And now, we want to hear from you. Do you think SBF will be held accountable for his deeds, or do you think he will keep avoiding responsibility because of his powerful backers? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. Please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and enable notifications if you want to get updates as they become available on this story.